Good morning, everybody. Sorry. I've been doing about 7 or 8 things this morning while I was getting ready for this show. Good morning, Jim and Tara. Good morning, Bumcrack. How are y'all today?
It's good that you got a shirt on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a good morning because everybody, at least it's a good morning for the people that's in the audience and on the show because that means you're alive. So, how's things going this morning with you, Todd?
Super duper extra is special good. Yeah.
Okay. That good, huh?
Yep.
Well, I've already got my shipping done for this today, which only had 2 things going out, but I don't know why it did that twice. Anyway, um, I had a bottle of Mary Kay Foundation and um, a set of adult bicycle pedals. Good morning, Craig. I
I
believe
was
that's
going to
Craig.
ask you this morning if any of your bicycle stuff had started selling.
It's kind of started selling. Well, I've had a lot of people looking at it. I've had, like I said, I had one set of pedals go out. Good morning, Anissa.
Have you got it all listed?
Shit, no. There's about there's a lot of onesies and twosies, so I got to work on that. And also, I'm getting a new Amazon account. I'm gonna send a bunch of stuff into it.
Hmm.
So, because some of it's kind of heavy, like these big gear assemblies, like goes on your back tire.
Yep.
Uh, that's about 2 pounds. Craig, are
Yeah.
you still? Craig, you can't get in as your regular YouTube channel, or are you promoting your other channel? Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Lag. Which I don't care, just curious. Uh, so anyway, I've done my shipping. It's sitting on the kitchen table. I got to take it out to the mailbox. But my mail doesn't come till about between 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So I'm good. The day that I need it to come late, it comes at 1 o'clock. Because I try to, if something sells this morning or before the mail runs, I try to get it packed up and shipped out then. So it's out of mind, you know, in
Yeah, I do
case
that too.
in case of an emergency or anything like that, I can um it's already done. It's already taken care of. Like with my eye ordeal, just happened and it just kind of threw everything into a tailspin. So, you know, like I said, I try to go ahead and get everything shipped out then so I don't have to worry about it. You bought some pedals? Okay. Like for your stationary bicycle in the basement?
You said pedals, like flower petals?
No, it's pedals. Pedals or ELS, whatever it is, for bicycles. Oh,
Next thing lag is it's going to say is use flowers on bicycles.
yeah. Well, some people do. I think I've got a packet of pedals or something that you click onto the spokes of your bicycle. decorations. Now
What do you?
back when
You
I was a chap, back when I was a chap, we used baseball cards and crap like that to make them clack 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 clack. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
what are you planning on landing some aircraft there at Charlotte International today
Not to know of why. It,
with the headset on? You look like you're air traffic.
uh, Thank you for calling Time Life Bugs. This is Tom. How may I help you?
I don't think Tom can find the cockpit.
Dude, I have about 20 hours. I had about 20 hours of flight time in. At one point, I don't know whether I ever mentioned it before. My dad had a Cessna 172, him and about three other partners. And I started working on getting my pilot's license when I was about 17.
So when did Tom start looking for cockpits?
Aren't you full of it this morning?
I've been up since 4:30, so you getting prime me.
What you get up so early for?
Fucking dogs. So they wake me up every day at like 5:45, and I need to get up anyway. I've been trying to get up early. Well, Joni the last few days has fed them, but because she this been bad weather or whatever, so she's woken up at 3 and 4 in the morning. Like so every time she feeds them early, they get up like 30 minutes earlier. So now they're an hour ahead. I'm like, you little assholes, you want me at 4:30? Y'all ain't getting shit till I made them wait till 5:45. I'm like, y'all are dealing with somebody spiteful.
Why don't you just go? You just need to move your bedroom to the guest bedroom, and shut the door and let her deal with them.
If that bed wasn't so uncomfortable, that's gonna be my next thing. I keep seeing these nicer beds at estate sales. So they're slightly used. Somebody might have died in it. It's all right. I'm gonna upgrade my bedroom, the spare bedroom.
I told Roberta if Roberta and I have already decided that if we get a house with a big master bedroom, we're going to do the we're going to do the Ricky and Lucy thing and get like two queen size beds in our master bedroom. Only they had twin beds, so we're going to go for queen size beds.
I did have some good luck. I'll be listing these today. So I bought the tablets that I hadn't got to work yet, and some little 5 or 6 uh, handheld Radica games. Y'all know what those are? The little Radica makes poker games and other little games that are
Right.
usually $3 each. And for $20, he said, "Yeah, just take all that on the table." So I saw the bag that had this. This is a 2016 or 17 Moto Z2 or something. It's worth I don't know about $50 is what it's worth. I erased it and everything is charged. What I didn't see was the 2022 Moto whatever this is underneath it. It's $180 cell phone that was in that damn bag.
Are you using it?
No, I'm selling it.
Okay. Hey, Tara.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
How's
it's
things?
oops. It feels pretty good. It's got the side edge on it. I forget which model it is. It's a Motorola Edge Plus for Verizon. Even had an OtterBox on the back of it.
Cool.
Hey, Texas.
That's a nice
That's a nice phone. I'm surprised you're not using it. Don't you like to keep one
I got
iPhone and one?
yeah, I've got the Samsung Galaxy S21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a model year newer, but the Galaxy is worth a little more, so I'm gonna keep the Galaxy.
Okay. Good morning, Texas. Good morning, Joanna. Tara, how far are you? How far? How far are you away from Louisville?
About a little over an hour, maybe like an hour and 10 minutes or something. So what is
Okay.
that? Maybe about 70 miles.
Okay. Now I was watching article. I was watching a video yesterday. It was a news from y'all's area up there, from the Louisville station, and there's a mobile home park that's for people have their RVs parked in it,
Yeah.
and now the city has told them that they can't keep their RVs there set up
I'm
there
on Tom's
anymore.
show.
Do I?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we have that Green River Lake here, and they have a big, big RV park there.
Right.
And then, like, I don't know about this past year, but in the winter time, when the summer people would move away, you get all these, like, people that travel around and work in different Amazon fulfillment warehouses.
Uh-huh.
So then it would be full of all these RV with these Amazon workers that come in to work that fourth quarter Christmas rush, I don't know if they had as many this year, but yeah, you get a lot of them
Well,
during that Christmas time.
these people are longtime residents. Like this one lady's lived there for
Oh.
10 years in her RV.
Yeah, that's starting to turn into a permanent house when you got it there for 10 years.
Well, you know what? I mean, let's say for the example of my oldest son and my youngest son, a nice tag-along camper, about a 35-footer,
Yeah.
that would make a nice home for them.
Yeah, but the problem is they're not really like set up. Like when you store like an RV or a camper, that you should really store it under a roof or a garage because I just tell from experience, their roofs don't hold up to not being like leaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, but when
Especially like those camper roofs. I mean, if you don't have them under a roof, you have them set outside for 5-6 years, they're gonna leak.
Yeah, well, hopefully within 5 or 6 years, people like in case of my boys, they would have moved on to just a house or whatnot. But the point is like, you can go by. Right now, our Facebook is full of Facebook and Craigslist is full of campers. It's $4,000.
Yeah.
You could that would make a nice bachelor pad because
because like when you pick up a girl at 2 in the morning, you take her back to your camper to hook up. She's like, "Wow, I'm really smashing it. I really hooked up with a winner."
But
here.
the point
our kid's gonna go to a really good school.
But the point is though, it's would you spend $4,000? It's paid for. Hopefully, it's paid for.
Yeah, but if you I look at it like this, like, well, and obviously you probably need more than $4,000. If you could find a nice starter house, just put that in a down payment, because the camper is going to depreciate as you own it. But at least even if you are making a house payment, you are hopefully making something that should appreciate value.
I got pretty good experience with RVs.
Wait a minute.
RVs are like motorcycles. If the RV is gonna be out in the weather like a motorcycle, you should be on it. Okay, if you're saying, "Oh yeah, this weather's too bad for me to be out on my bike," then you should park your bike under cover. Same thing with the camper. But if you're talking about like a fifth wheel RV, they are not made to sit out in your backyard. That roof, I mean, the caulk on there.
They all leak.
Yeah, it's got like a 5-year lifespan. It's whatever the warranty is on the. You gotta get that thing's totally gotta be recaulked and stuff. That's why you always see them with the roof falling.
You know what? I guess I'm just the luckiest bastard that ever walked the face of the earth, because you know what? We had campers for years and they never leaked one time.
My horse trailer will leak in the tack room, and it's not under a roof, and it will leak. So.
Well, you know what? You need to get some cool seal. Get some cool seal and get out there and fix the damn roof.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you do that, I mean, if you're perpetually maintaining it, you'll be okay. But yeah, not if you're. I mean, if you can't just say, "I'll fix it," it's like a house roof where it's going to last 25 years. It ain't going to happen. Or you can build a shelter. You can build an enclosure that you park it under.
My point was, around here, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500 a month.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to pay lot rent in a park unless you're gonna let them park.
But you're not going to pay $1,500 a freaking month.
Yeah, I know, but you're still paying like a couple hundred at least.
Yeah, but still.
Well, vote for jobs. I mean, when elections come up, vote for people who are going to actually create jobs. There you go. Then everybody have money again, and they wouldn't have to worry about it.
See, the one problem, I actually agree with Jim on this. If you watch any of these travel channels that pull these motorhomes and live in them throughout, and ask John, Big John, they're not built like a home either, and so you're going to constantly be fixing something that tears up because the shit is not
Yeah.
made. Trailers are not made to be lived in full time, and so I mean they use substandard materials for the most part. They're trying to make them as cheap as possible. So
And
you
lightweight too.
Yeah,
you know.
they're like a bird. A bird is a very weak animal because its bones are hollow so it can fly. The trade-off is I'm going to reduce weight, but it makes me very delicate, and that's the same thing with a camper. A house is built with 2x6s and 2x4s, whereas a camper is built by very small whatever they are 2x2s or whatever, or metal, and it's not a heavyweight. It's strong enough so when it goes down the road it won't fly apart, but it's not nearly as strong as a house.
Yeah,
But I get what Tom's talking about. I understand what he's saying. What you ought to do is go to the gentrify. Go to these cities where the houses they're selling these tax houses for like $2 or whatever.
That's not happening around
Chop
Charlotte.
out the rat shit and get to work.
So, Tom, I think the better answer, Tom, is if you can get a little piece of land or whatever. These small tiny homes are
Yeah.
better built and
Yeah.
are mental something you're not going to move around, but it's better built and you can.
The problem with the tiny home though is because you can't afford a lot anymore. They're not putting them on they're putting them on a lot. They're putting them on mom and dad's lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like mom and dad have 18 acres. Can I have
You see out
5
the back
acres?
window there where you got the bird feeder? That's where I put my house, mom and dad.
And see, I have no problem with that. If we had, I've already told Roberta, if we had acreage, we would have already built 3 tiny homes out there, one for each one of our kids, because it is ludicrous.
Is Brandon
Well, sell that Charlotte mansion and go buy some land.
is Brandon listening? Go ahead and get your son. Pick out your part of your parents.
I told Brandon if he stays in this area when he grows up, I have a cleared lot. I'm gonna fence and let the horses in. I'm like, you can have that. It's down the road quite a ways. I said you can put a house in there if you want. I mean, he's gonna inherit all my stuff anyway. So what the hell do I care if he puts a house on it?
What are you checking out already?
Well, I'm not checking out, but I guess he could check on me to make sure I didn't fall over or something when I'm 80 years old.
You can build a room in the horse barn.
No, he doesn't really like horses, to tell you the truth. I was at that horse show like last weekend. I'm like, oh, Brandon, do you think you'd ever want to show horses? He's like, no, horses are stupid. I'm like, well, you didn't get that gene from me.
There's this Instagram fellow I follow on TikTok, and so he's all the time catching hell from people because they're like, he's mid-20s, and he's built this tiny home. He bought an acre lot somewhere. I mean, out in the middle of nowhere, but he's got a rain catchment system, so he's got his own water. He's got full solar. So he's completely off grid, and so he doesn't need anything. And people are just giving him hell. He's like, "What's wrong with you people?" He said, "When the storm comes, my neighbors down the street lose power, and I don't lose power. I don't run out of water because I catch my own water. I don't pay." He's like, "What? Once I pay for this small tiny house, I'm done. I don't pay for anything else. There's no other than taxes."
It's been a few years back, but they annexed some of Mecklenburg County in the city of Charlotte, and these people had their own septic systems and their own wells. Well, now that it's been annexed into the city mandated that they had to tap onto the city water system,
Whether you use it or not.
which is $1,500 tap fee.
Yeah.
And it went to court. It went to court because unless they were going to the homeowner run their water line from the house to the right of way, and then the city tap it on themselves, they couldn't mandate that they could order them to tap onto the system.
Yeah, I have it here at the road too, and it cost me around $1,500 to hook up to it.
Yeah.
I have a private well, but I could hook up to it if I chose to.
I know you're kind of weird about your land and people coming on it, but I was watching a video.
Oh, that's quite a statement, Tom. I know it's hard. Be careful. She's sort of weird if you come around her land.
Wait a minute. You let me finish.
You made me sound like the Hatfields and McCoys. Like I'm going to meet you at the driveway with a shotty in my hand.
Well, sometimes I believe that. Now, there's this thing.
Good, that's the impression I like.
It's like this the housing rental system, vacation rental system, was it ABRV or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's for campsites. So I was, when
Oh, yeah, I'm not having people camp on my land.
that's
No
just
way.
what I see. That's just it.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of dirty old campers and people that travel around in RVs and stuff. No, thank you.
They pay
Sorry,
you.
let's go to
They
the
pay
RV
you.
park.
I'm just saying.
I don't know about Kentucky, but I can tell you in Wisconsin, you could not just do that where you'd rent out land. You'd have to have permitting to do that for renting. Like, let's say you said, okay,
You
I'm
have to
gonna
have
rent
state approval for everything.
the back 20
Your
for
sanitary systems, everything.
yeah.
You'll have a tax for the campsite.
I asked Jim about Mr. Real Estate Man. It's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Because you have to have like water, power, septic. I mean, you have to have the things like where you take your RV poop buckets and
A
dump
lot of
them
this
or
place,
whatever.
a lot of these
and the
places
laws
are
and stuff to
boondockers.
protect you could have MAGA conservatives coming in, right-wing Christians,
What?
heterosexuals, and all that jazz on your property. They're national threat to.
Have you lost your mind today? Have you been smoking dope?
I'd have to have a big sign that "Don't let your sun set on your MAGA ass." If I
All right.
can't.
I think you lost your mind today.
Yeah, name your RV park Crackhead Heaven. Yeah.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Anyway,
Yeah, true. There are people that have really expensive motorhomes, but you're not going to pay me to go park it in my shitty ass field.
Yeah,
Usually they go to nice parks when they have like really good motorhomes.
you have those pay showers, and then the pay showers with vending machines that
Yeah.
sell needles.
Jim running around in a golf cart collecting his SWAT pieces.
No glass in the campground. It's gotta stay in the camper.
So
Get rid of those bottles.
y'all are not up on this. So there's a program called Harvest Host where farms and stuff allow people to park on their property, and for a fee for a year, they only ask that you spend a little bit of money. Like a lot of breweries do it, and a lot of other places do it, and so they'll let them stay in the parking lot or whatever. And it's called Harvest Host. So,
right.
and a lot of farms do
Depends
it.
on what state you're in. Because I can tell you that when we were in Wisconsin, you would not get away with being
I
able
thought
to
it was
do that.
called Woodstock.
I mean, it's only 2 or 3 at a time max. So I mean, it's not like they're cramping the place up, but it's for these people that live RV full time, and instead of stopping at a Walmart or a truck stop and for the record, I don't think Utera is weird, but
Thank you, Scott.
I do think of Jim as cousin Eddie though.
Shitter's full.
He is a little
I
bit.
know a lot about RVs.
Hey, I talked him into selling his RV if his son don't take it, so I accomplished that.
Yeah, but the deal is I buy another one.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy the same kind?
No.
No. I'm going to buy a pull behind. The problem with the RVs is that there's one bad thing about Class A. It sits for a long time without you driving it. And when vehicles sit for a long time, stuff dries up. You know, it's you got to do a whole raft of maintenance. This way, if I know the truck runs because I drive it all the time, so I back the truck up to the fifth wheel, hook it up, and drive away. You know, then I only got to worry about the house things in the camper. I don't have to worry about like a vehicle. Now I have, as a Class A motorhome is you got all the problems with a vehicle plus all the problems of a house. Maintenance issues.
Right.
This way, at least I know the thing will go down the road. Worst case, I get there and the shower don't work. That's not the end of the world. At least it's I know.
With maintenance is what tires and brakes on a lot of them. That's it. Yeah, that's all they
Mike.
Make sure the tires don't dry rot. Make sure the brakes work. You're good.
Good morning,
I'm
Ron.
crazy. I replace tires if they're 3 years old. I'm looking to replace them.
So I did accomplish that this week, Tom, which was amazing.
I've been on.
I was like, I can't believe I finally accomplished my goal.
Yeah, I don't like spending time on the side of the road changing a tire list, because especially if I'm driving down I-65.
Not to mention if they blow on trailers, man, they tear shit up.
Yeah, no, it's a big hot. Well, I had one go on a small trailer. I'm on 65 on exit 105 by E-Town, and I pull over. I mean, it was almost down to I almost had to replace the axle because it was almost down to the spindle. I had no idea. I was driving a box truck. Guy finally waves me down. He says, "Buddy, you only got one wheel on your trailer."
Yeah, my brother had a fifth wheel go out, and one of the dual axle, and it tore up all the shrouding around.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Your belts.
Yeah, and that aluminum's really light in that framework and stuff.
Well, and
yeah.
those stainless steel wires, I mean, that thing whips around at that speed. I mean, it's just like a crazy metal weed whacker.
Yeah, it was on the side that has the black tank, and it messed up the black hose, so then he had to deal with that. Yeah.
That will happen on those GMC motorhomes because they're tandem wheels, and when usually it's the suspension airbag goes, and the tire rubs the body and blows, and then that flat tire now has got those belts sticking out, and they will not only chew up the other tire, but it'll start breaking up the fiberglass on the bottom of that GMC. It's a real serious problem with those.
Yeah, but I want to drive around in one and say, "What kind of training have you been doing?" Army training, sir.
Right.
Well, if you replace your tires before they dry rot, I mean, you got no problem then. I mean, it's a lot cheaper to have the tire change when you're at home than it is when you're on the side of the road in some other state.
Jim, what are you going to do with a tag along?
Take it to horse shows.
Well,
So why don't you get one of those
because
that
you
has it's half a horse trailer, half a thing.
I know. That's see, let me work in steps, Scott. I don't just get everything at once. I got him to commit to, if his son doesn't take this RV, that we're going to sell it. So now I have to move on to phase 2. You can't just throw it all
and
out
I'm
at
looking
once.
I don't go buy new stuff and say, okay, I'm going to take out a note on something. No, I'm going to go pick this up at a marketplace or eBay. Well, eBay's pretty tough now because of the fees. But off marketplace or an auction, and I'm going to pay $400 or $500 for this thing and rehab it because it's a leaker somebody set up behind its house, behind their house, and didn't recaulk it. So I'm going to go through, fix the leak damage.
Honestly, I have a
drop
horse
about
trailer
$1,000 in it
that
and run
it has the big tack room on it, and it has the spot to put the roof unit in, which we have the roof
It's
unit.
too small.
We didn't put it in. For me, other than it wouldn't have water on board, I could definitely
That's too
camp in it. Oh God.
that's
See,
what
those
my
gotta go
brother
big.
does. My brother has their horse trailer has it's supposed to have been a tack room, but it was not finished out, and they
Right, I mean,
finished it out, and
I got a friend who has the big slide outs on it. It had the glass mirrored ceiling that at night you light it up and it has stars sparkling on it.
You can actually see stars.
right. They've got a queen size mattress up over the fifth wheel part of it, and
yeah. Tara's got hers will fit a queen size air mattress up there. But I mean, it's all right.
You're not even going to be with me. What is it? You're not going to sleep with me out at a horse show. You're going to
okay, then I'll have to go.
Oh,
you
well,
gotta
I mean,
get
if
sleep.
you want to go, but you never
Tara,
do.
I'm gonna go camping by
with some other
myself.
cowgirls. Tara, do you actually pull your own horses up there? I thought you were
No,
just
because my horses are all old. No, they let me. I get to catch ride other people's horses. It don't cost me anything.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that they hauled their own horses up there, and you just got out of.
I mean, they have it's a training barn, so they have customer horses, and if they need an amateur to show in certain classes, yeah, I get to catch ride horses and stuff. So it's cool for me.
So all you got to do is get out of your Escalade when you get up there in your little riding outfit.
No, I usually ride with them, but anyway.
Did they make Escalades in 2000?
Why is that?
Because we don't buy no cars built after 2000.
No, you're lying. We have a 2005.
Yeah, okay. And that's the one that's always broken.
My brother was pulling his camper up, his fifth wheel camper up to the campsite they have up in the mountains, and the transmission went out in it. So they got to have it. He's got to have that fixed.
Was he driving a Dodge?
No, he's driving a Ford diesel,
Oh.
but it had miles on it and all that kind of stuff. And I knowing him, he wasn't probably pulling it like he was supposed to or whatnot.
Yeah, if you're gonna pull it, do yourself a favor, hit the button that says tow haul. It'll
Yeah.
save you.
Yeah, take it out of overdrive, especially if you're going up in the mountains.
Well, they've got it set up there now, so they won't
Out
move.
of overdrive when you're pulling. Tom's brother's transmission went out on his Ford.
It's a 250 diesel.
If I take my truck out of overdrive, it only goes 40 miles an hour. So in order for me to get to 55, I have to be in overdrive.
Yeah, but Todd. Yeah, Jim. But you have to get tar out there in front and crank that handle on the front engine to get
Yeah.
it going.
Hey, I don't have to buy diesel exhaust fluid.
That's right. So, how's everybody's reselling been going since I had us out on a tangent?
We
here?
actually sold stuff today. So
Yeah,
it was
actually, it's been
pleasant.
alright.
That's
I mean, there's a lot of days where it's like you go all day, it's like nothing, and then all of a sudden you get a few sales at night then or whatever.
as I told
got-
Todd.
6 going out this morning.
Well, there you go.
To the lady who I bought.
Is it my microphone that's all crackly?
They said
Yeah.
it was mine. Is it mine?
Is it
No.
me? Oh. Because people in the chat are saying the microphones are all cracky. I thought it was me because I don't hardly use this one.
Well, I heard it y'all cracking, but they said Phil said mine was cracking. I don't know.
Oh.
Good morning,
Get your
Sandy.
mouth right up on it.
So to the lady who sold me this, when I picked it up, I'm like, I started looking at it. She goes, "Oh, that's new. It's never been used." And I opened up a look at it. It's never been out of the box. $5.
Oh,
And I
nice.
looked at it yesterday for they're 179 on Amazon. I'm like, I'm gonna sell mine for 150. Hell, it sold in 3 hours. So,
Yeah.
so that lady says, "I'm glad somebody could get some use out of it. We just never opened it. I bought it and never." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll find somebody that's gonna get some use out of it."
Yeah, somebody's going to get some use out of it. It ain't me.
That was a
I'm
pretty
going
good
to use that money.
$5 to 150 in 3 hours.
Ron, what are you
When
waiting on?
Early on when me and Tara started reselling, we were at an auction, and everybody's walking away from this trailer full of Harley parts, and I'm like, if I'm wrong, I'm going to roll the dice here, but I think he's auctioning off this entire trailer full of Harley parts. So I got it for $15. Then somebody else comes over, he goes, "Hey, when are you going to auction off that seat, that sissy bar?" And the guy's like, "No, I just sold it all to this guy." The guy's trying to buy the seat off me. I'm like, "No, I don't think so." So I get this whole trailer, a truckload of Harley parts. Tara walks up and she goes, "We don't even own a Harley. What did you buy all that
Yeah,
stuff for?"
and it's way before we started Whoa.
I got
This
the real
isn't
estate conference room at the office. The conference room table is covered with Harley parts, all new in box. My dad's like, "What in the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I'm making money."
Yeah, and this is when he's still doing real estate. We're not reselling at all. We're going to auctions for our own hobby, our own entertainment. And because he's crazy, I'm visualizing him like, oh my God, he bought all these Harley parts. Like he thinks he's going to build a Harley out of him. And we're going to be sitting on this shit from now until doomsday.
What I was actually doing was sweating my nuts. I'm like, oh my God, I bought a Winchester rifle and I paid too much for it. I got caught in the bidding circle where the guy, you want to pull your hand out, but you don't do it fast enough. He's picking off people's bids. Well, I get stuck with this Winchester. So I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this rifle? Then I saw Harley parts. I'm like, shit, I might be able to sell that stuff. And that was one of the things that got us going.
There you go.
Okay, so here's a personal question. Tar, how long in your relationship before you figured out he was crazy?
The first 3
I
months.
told her.
He told me he was crazy.
After our first date, she picks me up on the side of the road.
He's hung over to the moon.
I throw my bicycle in the back of her truck and get in the truck with her. I go, "Hey, you need to set your sights higher."
You threw your bicycle?
Oh my God. He
My
takes me.
battery's dead on my
He
car.
takes me on a first date. I'll try to tell it quick. He picks me up in the Jeep Cherokee, and we go out to eat, and then we end up going to the bar, where people proceed to get him hammered
One guy's
drunk.
leaving town. He's going
Yeah,
to Illinois.
I mean hammered drunk. He is really bad. I got another guy trying to take me home. I'm like, no, I can drive. Oh, he's too drunk to drive. I'm like, no, I can. So I drive the Jeep from the bar to my house, which is like maybe 2 miles. I go, let me go and check on the horses, and I'll drop you off at home. When I shut the Jeep off and went to go get back in it, the battery's dead. I take him home in the truck. Jeep's in my driveway. He has to show real estate the next morning. He's hung to the moon. So he has no car at his house, so he gets on his bicycle like a dipshit and rides his bicycle the 2 miles from his house to my house, gets in the Jeep. Jeep won't start. Now he's pedaling his bike to town. I was in town. I drive by. I'm like, oh my God, who's this old guy riding this bicycle? Little loser. I'm like, oh my God, it's Jim. Anyway, so I turn around. I didn't offer him a ride. I said, what did you take your license? He just looks at me, picks his bike up, throws it in the bed of my pickup truck, and gets in my. Okay. So I'm like, I didn't offer you a ride, but I'll take you, I guess. So I take him, drop him off. He's going to get out of the truck. He looks at me, he goes, shakes my hand. He goes, you should set your sights higher. and leaves. I'm like, well, that's an odd thing to say. Anyway, he's kind of like a stray dog you just couldn't quite get rid of.
He just stayed.
He just stayed.
Peeing on your leg, you can give him another chance.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, this guy's going back to Illinois, right? I'm friends with him. His favorite shot is Zambuca, and I don't know if you've ever encountered Zambuca in the wild, but man, I mean, you start doing round after round with Zambuca, it's like, I'm not sure it's not.
Yeah, but weren't they giving you like something else?
Oh yeah, then Charlie was telling me I was making fun. I go, oh yeah, this stuff's weak. I was Daniel, so I'm doing shot after shot of Jack. I mean, I was
he was bad.
The needle was.
Yeah, he's walking around my barn. I was like, oh, come here, horsey. Oh, pretty horsey.
And that's bad when I was putting it away pretty good. So I was no lightweight. I was loaded like a donkey cart.
When we get snowed in this winter, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go back and I'm going to cut all of
he's like sassy.
all the Uncle Jim stories out of all my YouTubes. And I'm going to put them together. And
what'd you do? Copy them and save them?
Your own
well, the ones we say on the show.
Yeah, I'm going to
sounds like a lot of work. I hope you make
together
money on it, Tom.
The best of Uncle Jim. Best of Uncle Jim.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And the best thing about that is that they got the camera off, so you can pick whatever person on the internet you want to be Jim.
That's right.
Well, they should do it like there's a guy who does like, like, is it Political Juice, or he does like these stick figure cartoons. Like if you look up the what's the Biden one with the corn pop story, but he does it with this crude animation. It's actually really funny. You can do it with that. Is that Salmon?
He does stick figures too.
Yeah, actually, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, they are pretty. Our kid finds them.
But you can do AI, because I've seen it on TikTok. There's a couple of channels that talk about the Bible, and it's like an older guy.
I don't know if I like my Jim and AI. I think I'd rather have him be a stick figure.
No, but you can make it. I mean, but Tom can make it look whatever he wants to. It doesn't have to look like Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, they just have
you could have Jim look like Jesus or something, telling these crazy stories. That'd be kind of funny.
And it only has to be artificial because there's no intelligence involved actually. So it's just the A.
Some little anime girl. That's what Uncle Jim would be. No, I hadn't thought about it. I'll have to think about that. Get some.
I better not draw my stick too short. I want at least a medium stick.
Yeah, so there was a TikTok guy. He's got a lot of followers. He's up in Massachusetts, and he goes live every night. And he made a video yesterday telling, you don't have to listen to all the influencers. You don't need a thermal printer or a laser printer. You can just go pick up one at Lowe's, or not Lowe's, but like Costco or Walmart. Can you imagine? I'm like, can you imagine how bad this advice is? If you've got $100, you can get my mother bought one yesterday, a Bluetooth print ID laser label printer. No ink, no nothing. This guy is telling people. Can you imagine the ink these people are going to spend trying to print labels for labels?
I can tell you how to get like a $400 or $500 toner printer for free. You go on the school or police station or whatever the government agency is that's upgrading their printers. These printers are way below their service life. I mean, they're like probably 10-15% of their service life. We're still using ones we bought 10 years ago. And we got backup ones they're sitting out in the shed that we bought 10 years ago. We've never done anything with them, but they're just backups in case one of these fail. But the other stuff we bought at the auction, we sold and made profit to cover the cost of everything plus profit.
I'll tell you a really good
place. So, I mean, you wind up getting, actually, you probably pay negative dollars if you just buy one off one of these, but a government one. Because if you buy one from like a garage sale, you never know if it's not working.
We don't do it anymore, so I'll tell you. Here's a little secret. If you're in the upper Midwest close to Wisconsin, go check out Wisconsin online surplus auctions, and that's where we used to get like I mean, we made thousands on computer equipment.
Memory.
all
Buying
those,
memory sticks? Oh, my God.
CPR dummies. I mean, that's where all that stuff came from, and all that medical training equipment and that, because they auction off counties, colleges, schools, everything. And there was a lot. We did make a lot of money. I
There's-
missed that about Wisconsin. We
There's
made a lot
somebody
of
out here
money.
for Wisconsin right now. Shut the F up. Shut up.
Yeah, but if you're at a yard sale and can buy a Brother laser printer for $5 or $10, they always work. I've never had a
Yeah,
Brother
that's true. Yeah, it's pretty low risk.
I mean,
And the other thing, too, I was just thinking about that after I said it. When you replace the drum, which eventually your drum's going to wear out, when you replace the drum, that's got 90% of the print and guts in it.
Yep.
Yeah, the only other thing that's going to go to crap on that printer is the drive rollers, which also are not a big
These
deal.
end today,
Okay.
and they all got engines in them.
Oh, dead jet skis. I never pass up a dead jet ski. I love it when they have, like, mice in the carburetor. That's my favorite kind.
Oh, there you go. The high performance.
Yeah. How many do we have now? Like 7?
I don't know.
You need to build you a big old pole building to put all the Jim's stuff in.
2, 3.
No, we're
4, 5. Oh, no, we
we're
got
actually
5.
going through our own. We're actually selling a lot of our own stuff because we've decided now that we've gotten older, we don't want to burden Brandon with a bunch of big piles of stuff he's gonna sell anyway. So me and Jim are cashing out. Like Jim's selling all his train crap. I selling, like, I had a lot of Briar Horse collection. I started selling that. We're selling all the video game crap. I mean, it's just like, why are we sitting on this shit?
Excess ammunition.
You need to know what you're supposed to do. Is you're supposed to be collecting all that stuff, and so when Brandon starts getting serious about a young lady, you can say, just when we're gone, just think all of this is yours.
Tom, go down to Disney, in Disney World in Florida. They got this ride called Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride. Now, there's a long line for it, but eventually you do get to go on the little cart. It takes you through the ride, but then and it's very short because you're like, wow, I can't believe it's over already. That's like life. So, I'm far enough on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride, I already know I should start selling off my collections. I might as well just enjoy the money.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie, he did. John
I went
says
on
there's
that
no
Seven
such
Dwarfs
thing as
Mine Ride with an Italian woman. Oh my God, she was bitching that she paid for some kind of speed pass and they didn't get her through the line fast enough. She's speaking broken English. Good looking, but I mean, oh my God. I was like, please get me out. I can't believe I waited an hour on this ride. Tara and Brandon are in the seats ahead of us, but I was sitting here with this Italian because they put her in with me because they're like, please, sir, can we please put her in with you because she's bitching. She wants to get on this ride right now. So she's bitching to me the whole time. I'm not with my husband. This place is terrible. I'm never coming to Disney World again. I can only understand like every other word because her Italian's so thick. Oh my God. So anyway, but she gave me a memory I can always cherish.
There you go.
But she effed up my mine ride, and I like that ride.
Yeah.
I was watching a YouTuber that was at Disney, and the line for the Fast Pass or whatever it's called was longer than the line for the walk home people.
Oh, well, I haven't been there for a few years, but yeah, the mine ride, yeah, I mean, because Jim will buy fast passes, and at that time, because it was newer, you couldn't get a fast pass for the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, it's an hour and a half wait. I mean, that's commitment.
I went up and because you can go up there, let you have like 2 or 3 for free or whatever. I tried to get the fast pass for the mine ride. I thought the guy was going to fall off his little stool laughing, like, you dumb hick. We don't give a
Where are you
fast
from, Wisconsin?
Yeah, it was like
or
it was like year number 2 or so. It was like the second year it was open. It was still super popular. The guy's like, he looked at me like I was the dumbest hick he ever saw. Get out of here, hayseed. Look, go to one of the restaurants and unbag your bologna sandwiches you're eating.
We don't take bologna sandwiches.
No, remember those old people that we were at the Pecos Bills?
They brought their own sandwiches?
Yeah, they sit down, they unpack a bag, they're eating like cheese and bologna sandwiches.
Oh, who does it carry around in that?
Because they must have the annual pass, so they're coming in on the cheap.
August. Who the hell wants to carry around a slimy old bologna sandwich for half a day and then eat it?
Remember them people? Oh my God! Yeah, they look like 2 tons of fun. Like,
You know what? Her Grace, Miss Tara, She's getting to be kind of a snob in her old age.
Okay, I'm not packing around a bologna sandwich for 6 hours when it's 100 degrees outside, and I've been on water rides and that, and then I'm gonna unpack this bologna sandwich and eat it in the heat with mayonnaise.
I'm
and
sure it was.
cheese.
I'm sure it
That
was.
sounds like a good way to get sick. Okay, remember that part where people say don't leave mayonnaise on the counter? I'm not toting around a sandwich with mayonnaise for 8 hours and then eating it in the heat.
8 hours.
Can you imagine being the poor staff with the lady with these bologna sandwiches in her purse?
Yeah,
and
who
like,
hasn't
the
taken
guy with
care
the
of it?
wand is searching and go, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't take these cheese and bologna sandwiches in the park. I mean, can you imagine all the people in the line looking at you? Oh my god. That'd be the worst.
So, Todd's got 6 things he's got to ship out today. That's probably what he's been disappearing doing, shipping stuff.
I'm supposed to be wrapping water skis, but I'm
Uh,
screwing around.
And
packing earplugs.
There you go.
That's easier than water skis.
how many did you ship? I mean, how many did you sell? Like a dozen or something?
I don't know. I think about. I just got these at the auction. I bought 1,500 in a case.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Are they a name brand or just generics?
it says Fest Pack.
How much do they sell for?
I don't know.
Oh, you
I
didn't
just-
look. I thought you're packing them because they sold. You're just looking at them.
No, I'm gonna divide them out into like just under a pound.
That's
Shit.
pack.
The hearing aid comes out, the earplugs go in.
Oh, they are earplugs or are they earbuds?
They're
Earplugs.
earplugs.
Their earplugs for like shooting and stuff, right?
Oh,
So I'm looking for a rock concert to sell these to, or
There you go.
well, doesn't that defeat the purpose of going to the rock concert if you're gonna? Oh, here I don't want to hurt my ears, so put those earplugs in
maybe
for
a
safety. Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
She never
Well,
wears
some
hearing
to a
protection. I'm like,
gun
you're
range.
down the road, you're gonna be sorry for that.
I can hear just fine.
Yeah, now when you're 60, you won't be able to.
I'm
Just
gonna
half of them to the chat for listening to us.
have 500 gun rangers knocking down my door wanting these.
You know. I don't know. I like the full headphones when I shoot guns. I don't like little
Timmy
sticking.
Bingham.
I don't like sticking a little shit in my ear.
She don't want
A
to hear
friend of
people
mine-
screaming when she shoots them.
I don't scream.
A friend of mine was in
So that's
Marine Corps
11
basic.
ounces, so I'll count them out and ship them for 12 ounces.
I don't even see. I was Googling it, and I don't even see those anywhere.
I didn't. I looked on eBay and I didn't see that brand either.
I think it's kind of an off-brand. Like somebody ordered a bunch of these from
Somebody
China,
else's
and
private label. Somebody's
Auction.
private label.
the auction
they thought
was
they'd get
selling
one.
all kinds of Fest Pack stuff. Like they had like headbands, and they had I don't know, those little clips you put your name tag in, and
Right.
Oh yeah.
they all came from this Fest Pack company.
FASTPACK.
PAK.
PAK.
Are you Googling it?
Yeah. I don't even. Okay.
Anyway, well, for hearing protection, this guy, he was in Marine Corps basic. He didn't bring his hearing protection to the range. He didn't want to tell the drill instructor, so he shot without it, and he went permanently deaf, and one ear. So he wound up didn't finish basic.
Fest Pack has a Facebook page. Let's see what they got here. Oh
There
yeah,
is-
they sell flip-flops, they sell water bottles, they sell those cheap raincoats you get at like a theme park. They sell glow sticks, just cheap crap from China.
Okay. We'll sell them.
Glow sticks.
Yeah,
Oh.
like at 4th of
Yeah.
July where you go.
Yeah,
and
what the
kids-
hell do you use earplugs and glow sticks? What kind of place is this?
They
They're a
got
multi-product fulfillment service.
on their Facebook page, they've got scantily clad women using the products.
Okay, what do you take them to? Oh, for a raid? Is a raid the music gets too loud? Too
Yeah.
thumpy?
No,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh yeah, I see the box. It has flip flops, earplugs, a
Yeah,
rain poncho, a dildo, a backpack, some glow sticks,
Yeah, some pictures of Trump with a circle and a line through them.
travel wipes to clean up.
The glow stick, you can't hear Jim screaming.
Uh-oh, her boobs are hanging out.
What in the
Hey,
What are you talking about?
it says company. Oh my god, I am not joking.
Boob. Yeah,
I'm not
top under
joking.
boob.
If you go on their Facebook, you go down like 4 posts, and there's a lady standing there with her boobs hanging out from under her bikini.
She's wearing
top.
a blue top. You can't miss them. I mean,
Yeah.
it.
And she's holding an Asian fan, okay?
Keeping the milk cold. Gotta keep that milk chilled or it'll spoil.
Yeah, just go on their. Are you on their Facebook, Tom? Tom's all embarrassed and giggly, so I know he probably saw it.
Oh no! Don't,
I'm okay.
does Roberta know how to get in your history?
The post is from August of 2019, and her nipples are out.
Oh, pre-COVID. See, that's when everything was free. and
Happy
easy.
Thanksgiving, and there you go.
There you go. There's a turkey for you right there. Tweeter.
Oh, look at this hippie.
Yeah,
Oh no! Now we got a guy with long hair and tie-dye. Okay, this is out
John
of
says
control.
you need to use some photos, manufacturer's photos in your listing now.
Oh boy.
When you do the listing, you can take the photos off this Facebook.
Yeah, they're
site.
from Austin, Texas.
So,
Oh boy.
Todd, you
Yeah,
normally-
if y'all want to learn something, just look up that Fest Packs Facebook, and it's all one word.
How do you spell it?
FESTPAK.
Oh,
that's the reason it wasn't coming up. I spelled it wrong.
She's doing story time at a library.
No, she's not a dude.
You don't know.
No, she had pretty tight underpants on.
Talking that she could have went to Target and got those special underpants.
I don't know. It was 19. They didn't do that back then.
So, Todd, what did you sell?
Let's see.
that's just under boob. That's not all boob.
I sold 2 silver coins for $100 each. I sold
Okay.
a
Scott,
stereo receiver for 60
He's muted it.
bucks.
No, that's just under boob. What?
yeah, but this is Facebook, not Hustler.
Just under boob. I don't know. I think I said she was getting. Looked like it was getting pretty close to the nipple region.
I would say she was definitely.
Yeah, she was.
You were,
She was a third upper. She was almost halfway up her boob.
you were
so.
definitely in the same zip code as nipples.
You might not saw the whole nipple, but you definitely saw bottom nipple.
She's too young. By the time you come out of that picture, we'll all be gone. By the time I think. Hey, it's little Barry Manilow in the swing of Christmas.
Lord have mercy. Are y'all talking about the girl in the blue the blue outfit?
Yeah, with the one with the bottom of her boobs hanging out,
Yeah.
Tom, it would be that girl.
Okay.
You will recognize her not by the color of her outfit, but by the point is that half of her boobs are hanging out.
Well,
From
you
the
know, that's
bottom.
like the YouTube, I mean, the Facebook meme where there's a beautiful, buxom, beautiful woman standing beside a red Ferrari. And the meme is, what color was the Ferrari?
Oh, okay.
You know, nobody
boy.
looks at the car Ferrari. They're looking at the.
I don't know and then if you go down a couple, you'll see a hippie wearing a kimono sitting at a piano outside. So
And the correct answer is what car?
Yeah, what Ferrari? What car? So you sold one of your receivers, Todd?
Yeah, I sold a receiver. I sold 2 coins. I sold I sold a you know those big inflatables you pull behind your boat.
Yeah.
I sold
wow.
I sold a strap that holds one of those to your boat. Yeah, just stuff.
you turned Jim on with a big inflatable, and then when you said it was just a strap, he was like,
Yeah.
got all excited, and then it was just a strap.
I
I
sold,
know a lot about RVs and inflatables.
I I sell earplugs and inflatables on eBay.
Earplugs, butt plugs, and inflatables. I'm in a niche market.
I remember my first time. We're drinking Campari.
So how about you,
Me
Scott?
and
You
Jerry
have anything
Farwell
exciting?
found these 2 inflatables.
Okay, Tom's trying to be serious.
It's serious. What is that? I sold 7 Arctic Air Pockets. Those little personal chiller things.
Uh-huh.
I bought them in Georgia, and I forgot that I bought 25. I found them in a box. I'm like, I should lift these. I sold damn near half the box.
Cool. Well, it's that time of year.
And what else did I sell? I picked up at a thrift store the other day a Brita Long Last filter pack, the 2-pack. They were $2. I got $44 for those.
Dang.
Nice.
We sold a Halloween blow mold. Which I thought was weird.
Why?
Oh, because it isn't nowhere near Halloween
I mean,
right
it's
now.
getting early for
I
Halloween,
mean,
but
I listed it at Halloween time in the fall, and it just sold now. I kind of forgot about it.
that's
That's
a good thing.
another collection. I decided to sell all my
I should
blow
go back in
molds.
there and finish
Are
that.
you
Yeah, I
kidding?
got water, cheese, and a
Anissa starts decorating for Halloween the day after July the 4th.
I decided to sell all my blow molds. I'm like, they're worth too much money, and they're gonna end up getting wrecked.
Last time I was at Walmart, I ran into one of the people I used to deal with when I was doing merchandising, and she had already cleared off, like back there where the home and garden is and all that kind of mess. She had already started clearing off shelves, and I said, "What's
Yeah.
coming in next?" She said, "What do you think?" I said, "Christmas," and she said, "Yeah, we're going to start getting in shipments of Christmas stuff next week."
Well,
Yeah, you got to figure you're only a couple months away from, September 1st, they'll start putting out Halloween.
they
Yeah.
have to start putting out the Halloween. And actually, I've gotten pretty good Halloween clearance, like at Walmart and at like Walgreens too. 'Cause Walgreens will do that, like Rite Aid. Now it's Walgreens here. They do that like 90% off.
One of the store managers had talked to their district manager because they have those big covered areas outside. He was wanting to convert that into a permanent Christmas for him because they'll have, the people I dealt with said we'll still have 4 or 5 pallets worth of Christmas stuff in the back, and they don't send them back. They just let them sit there because the next Christmas, is only 12 months away or 11 months away. So let's go ahead and just keep them there. So
What do you call the soft plastic stuff that these are made out of?
Latex?
Latex?
I don't know. How soft is it?
They don't have a model number on them?
It's real soft. No, they ain't got nothing on them. They're from China.
Well, I'm just saying, but you don't know what's involved in it. I don't know what's all in that.
Silicone.
latex.
There you
John Johnson said silicone. That could be that.
Yeah.
I'll just call it silicone and let it go until I get sued. I'm good.
We'll go on to that website I posted about the recalls. See if there's anything on there. Because that's what I did with it. Because there is a bunch of bicycle helmets and things like seats and stuff like that that's been recalled because they break.
Oh, you got a recall thing on one of your listings?
No, I was talking about I went through and I started. That's when I before I list something, I check it to make sure there's not a recall on it.
Mm.
But I didn't get any helmets, but I got a bunch of seats.
I saw something that I thought was a little bit like, oh, wow. Oh, we're turning into Amazon. I want to buy an air mattress. Anyway, so I want to get this queen size air mattress. So I'm looking on eBay, see what the prices are like. So one of those Intex ones, because I'm comparing it to the price of Walmart. And on the listing, it says Intex authorized dealer. There's just something kind of new, or maybe I just haven't been shopping very much and didn't notice it. So I was kind of like, oh my god, I hope we don't have to be authorized now to sell some new products.
I as I was telling Todd earlier, I'm getting another Amazon account so I
Oh,
can
really?
list some of this bicycle stuff, send it in.
Oh, what are you
gotta-
getting, like a seller account?
Yeah, I had one once upon a time, but I never used it, so they went through a mass bunch of closings and closed it. So I gotta.
Well, you should do videos what it's like to start selling on Amazon from being a new seller.
No, I'm too irritated right now about it. I
Oh.
finally got. I've been waiting on this for like 5 days, which I know it takes time, but they said they had a question about the information I sent, and it's because when I had to send them a copy of my driver's license, on my driver's license number, there's 4 zeros before the actual number. And because what I punched in when I was filling out the application did not match my driver's license because I didn't put the 4 zeros in there,
Uh-oh.
they kicked it out. And I'm thinking to myself, how many times have I tried to punch in a 0 into this stuff? And when I hit enter, it immediately wipes out all the zeros and just put the number in place. So anyway.
Not today.
So like I said, once they get that all worked out, I'm going to send a bunch of this stuff in and let them deal with it. Yeah, John. It shouldn't have been cryptic. I'm sure they probably have an AI that's scans the photo of the ID, and then they start matching up numbers, and because I didn't have all them damn zeros in there, it kicked it out. So, Scott, have you played with Chat GPT?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I played with it some too. You can get really picky with that thing. I mean, you can't get into start searching for a huge database kind of stuff, but it's
It'll write
pretty
code.
cool.
It'll write code for you. It'll do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything with photos.
But there are plenty of AI photos that you can go in and tell it that you want a picture of this, this, and this, and it'll kick them out.
I don't know. I'm scared. I've never been on it. I'm scared of it. I'm worried it's going to be like Skynet.
Glock says that Chat GPT is the mark of the beast.
No, this guy here is the mark of the beast.
I'm a snake.
Oh my god! I shouldn't have. I was moving stuff around here yesterday, and I couldn't get it out of my head. I'm walking around going, "I'm a snake. I'm a slithery, sneaky snake." I'm like, I'm an idiot. What the fuck? I'm an idiot. I'm a snake.
Oh man.
I'm a sneaky, slithering snake. Man, if I'd have known that existed, I'd have put that in the video. The video would have been viral if I'd have made it right.
What, that guy talking right there?
I don't need him. I just need the voice behind it. I'm a snake. I'm a snake. That's all he says for a whole minute.
Naked I'm a snake. Southern in your garden. Catch me a mouse. I'm a snake.
Oh yeah. I could
Before
have
we
broke
wrap this up, because it's after 10 o'clock, anybody in the chat have a question for these learned people on this panel?
Where are they at?
Between the three of them, they know everything.
Where are they at?
Or you guys, do y'all have any final comments?
Not that I know of.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. I'm a slippery, sneaky snake.
Because Todd, I know Todd's got to go to his girlfriend's house, or his girlfriend's place of business.
Oh yeah, it's the Lutheran Day, isn't it?
It's time to go do battle with the biddies at the dang Lutheran.
You know,
Yeah,
he talks so bad
industry.
about them. He probably stops and gets a daggum couple of dozen of Krispy Kremes and takes to them, and maybe some flowers.
Yeah, somebody check on Lag too. He's saying his safe word pineapple juice. So somebody needs to check on him this afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else,
I think we covered it all.
y'all have a great day. Don't forget Todd's show will be tomorrow. Y'all be sure and come in there with him tomorrow because I'm gonna be gone. I've got a
We're gonna have to have Scott do it because I'll probably be gone too.
I'll be yard
I believe
selling.
this is the final ophthalmologist appointment about the surgery tomorrow.
Lag, you got to come in. I'll be yard selling.
Oh boy, all
Lag,
by myself tomorrow. Hey,
Lag,
Tara, Jim, can y'all come on
make
tomorrow?
you one of those.
I would, but I'm
characters.
also supposed to go to that horse barn tomorrow, and I gotta go pick up my.
Oh well,
dry
hell.
cleaning.
Okay, it's just me tomorrow. Hope everybody
Sorry,
comes.
I would if I'm here. I will, but I have a bad feeling I won't be here.
Hey, so go ahead and get used to that late 70s, early 80s song there. All by myself.
Do a nighttime show. Do like a night show tonight. You can say what you found at the Lutherans, and then just skip tomorrow morning.
I could do, except sometimes I don't get anything. So anyway.
Well, I guess you know what you got to do today. You got to get something. You got to make it happen. If you do a nighttime show, I'll come on with you tonight. But I mean, it would have to be like 7 or 8. And then you could just take off a 3-day
no,
weekend.
that's past my bedtime. I can't do that.
7 or 8. You're not even finished feeding up the horses by 7 or 8.
Yeah, I am. I only got 4.
Only got 4. So is y'all come in with Todd in the morning? And,
Nissa said she'd come on without her camera. It's been a long time since I've heard Nissa's voice. Does she sound like a snake?
I'm a snake.
We'll do that, Anissa. I'd appreciate it. But
we need to get our junk on, Lag.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Imagine like I won't be here.
I'm a snake.
Bye.
I'm a
Bye.
snake.
Bye.